Good evening. The rupee is falling and continuously falling. It has fallen 3% this month alone. And why is this falling? Because of two reasons. One, crude oil prices have crossed 80 and are continuing to rise. Also, at the same time, Shaktikanta Das has announced a loose monetary policy where he is going to accommodate the government's borrowing. Already, 59% of all government borrowings bonds are held by Reserve Bank. This means that Shaktikanta Das is indirectly going to print money. Both these conditions put together have caused the fall of the rupee. Why is this? Because worldwide there is going to be a tighter monetary policy. Several emerging markets and two developed countries, New Zealand, Norway, have started to increase interest rates. Bank of England has stopped printing money. And it is also expected from month of November, Jerome Powell, the American Federal Reserve Chief, will start tapering. Thus, India will be one of the last remaining countries which runs a loose monetary policy. Though the headline news, inflation may appear benign at 4.35, the headline WPI inflation has come at 10.6. This makes it very worrisome. Also, core inflation is sticky at 6%. With a core inflation of 6% and WPI of 10.69%, it does not bode well for the rupee. So the rupee is going to be under pressure. In fact, whenever the RBI intervened, the rupee went up slightly. But the moment RBI stopped intervening, the rupee began to fall. So the chest of $500 billion, which RBI has reserves, will not go for long if the capital outflow reverses and India maintains a accommodative policy. But that is not our main topic of concern today. In a scenario where rupee is falling, where do we invest? That is the question I want to answer. India's largest IT companies, three of them, have already announced their results. One, Tata Consultancy Services, Infosys, and Wipro. In this, TCS has just met guidance and has shown some growth in profits. But what has happened is Infosys and Wipro have shown very strong growth and strong growth in profits. Infosys has a higher operating margin. In fact, Infosys has announced that it is giving all its shareholders an interim dividend of 15 rupees. Wipro has also shown big growths, though margins under Wipro may be under pressure. In such a situation, it is very clear that there is a strong demand for IT services in Europe and US. This is because as the lockdown ends, business is gathering steam after 2 years. Increased business means more demand for IT services, and therefore, services demand in North America and Europe are going through the roof. In the last 2 years, all our IT companies have stopped recruiting. Therefore, there seems to be a huge shortage of talent and there is risk of attrition. What do I mean by attrition? Attrition is people trying to switch jobs. So, the biggest challenge for all IT companies, including the big three, is to retain talent. In fact, I am told somebody with 5 years experience is today demanding nearly a lakh of rupees in salary. So, companies are struggling to retain people, and there's a huge churn of people as people jump from one major company to another company. Shortage of talent seems to be the only major constraint for IT companies to increase their profits. Still, Wipro seems to be the most undervalued of these companies. While it might be difficult for you to calculate which IT company is valuable, it is better that you buy the IT index. Those who have already bought the IT index have made handsome returns, and those who will buy now will also continue to make greater returns only for the reason I expect the rupee to weaken against the dollar. The pressures on the Indian economy are going to be pretty high. When America tapers bonds, immediately the impact will be felt and the rupee can drop further and breach 77. In fact, if Shaktikanta does not increase interest rates and talk hawkishly, the rupee can go down to nearly 80 rupees within 6 months to a year. If this happens, then the profits of the IT companies, which I discussed, will increase even if turnover does not increase. The other places where we can look are investments in pharma companies. Pharmaceutical companies are also largely export driven. Most of our large pharma companies sell more abroad than what they sell in India, though the risk in pharma companies is the US FDA action. But somebody like Dr. Reddy or Sun Pharma or Cipla will continue to do well. So, pharmaceuticals is another sector where you can make you are looking at an investment. If it is very difficult to pick a particular stock in pharma company which does well, then you are better off buying the pharma index and going to sleep. Normally, I talk about the index only, but today the situation warrants that one takes a selective approach. One should buy the IT index and the pharma index. Both the IT index and the pharma index will outperform the market in the coming 12 months as the rupee falls. I also expect the market to correct, and this I have been saying for many months, because it cannot happen that the rupee continues to fall and the stock market climbs. The stock market today is climbing because of huge retail participation. Nearly 10,000 crores of retail money is being pumped in monthly through mutual fund schemes. Mutual funds cannot hold on to cash and will be forced to buy. The number of SIP accounts opened every month is also increasing. This means that the markets are overjoyed and are overpriced. In fact, in the recent months, the FIIs have not invested, though they have not pulled out money in a big way. If the current balances deteriorate, what do I mean if current balance deteriorate? If US tightens and India refuses to tighten, the rupee will fall, and this will put pressure on the stock market. But the IT and pharma stocks should relatively outperform. Thank you for watching. Be rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification. नमस्कार, मेरा नाम आनंद श्रीनिवासन है और मैं एक पर्सनल फाइनेंस कंसल्टेंट हूँ। मैं 2 YouTube चैनल चलाता हूँ पर्सनल फाइनेंस के बारे में। एक मनी पेज तमिल में है। मेरे बहुत से दोस्त बोले कि मैं हिंदी में एक चैनल शुरू करूं, तो मैंने एक पैसा बोलता है नाम का एक हिंदी चैनल शुरू किया है। मैं पर्सनल निवेश के बारे में ही बात करूंगा। आप उसको सब्सक्राइब करें, अपने दोस्तों को शेयर करें। अगर आप हिंदी नहीं जानते हैं तो पैसा करें। जो आपके दोस्त हिंदी जानते हैं उनको सब्सक्राइब करने के लिए आग्रह करें। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।